in the last 17, 18 years, this is your fourth time you've been charged, at least initially, convicted by a jury, in this case in December, of driving under the influence, and you still don't get it, even though you'd been in treatment, outpatient, inpatient, went for 31 days to West Palm Beach earlier this year after she was convicted by a jury of this DUI charge, but that you still don't take this seriously. So the judge said you're going to jail and threw on these other restrictions, no driving for a year afterward. Even the folks who are fans of the show who've been watching this tell us they think it's a good sentence. They were just surprised that she got a year in jail.
Bob, do we know at what point she will actually be taken to the facility? Is it immediately, or will she have some time to actually prepare to go?
No, and you often wonder, and that varies. Often they'll say, okay, report back here in a month or 60 days. She was told she has like a 30 days or a year to appeal this sentence, but she's going right away. I mean, I had a chance to speak to John McCarthy, state's attorney for Montgomery County. It was one of his assistants who prosecuted this case and made the argument for 6 months in jail to the judge, Terrence McCann, here this morning. But McCarthy told me she's going right away to jail. So if she's not on her way, she may be being processed here at the courthouse, but will be on her way. We're told, handed over to the state of Maryland, but will serve her time more than likely, it appears, at the jail here in Montgomery County for a full year.
Bob, we know that this story is filled with plenty of drama, and when it comes to drama, perhaps no one loves it more than the Real Housewives of Potomac cast, if you will, along with the production crew. Do we know, for drama reasons, if she entered through the front door or did she do so through the back door?
We had both doors covered, Guy, but she apparently came in through a garage, like a basement garage, with her lawyer. So she avoided the cameras going in, and we're not likely to see her going out. There may be like a jail van that'll leave here, but we won't see her. One of the arguments that her attorney, David Martella, made before the sentencing was that, had production on the latest season of Real Housewives of Potomac not been starting at about the time of her accident last March, she would have sought help sooner. That one of the reasons she didn't seek out and get help prior to her conviction in December was because of production of the show. But she avoided the cameras here today. Before the sentencing, she had told the judge that, I can use my platform, the fact that I have a camera lens, to try to advocate against drinking and driving, knowing now how bad it is from her recent re-education about it, but the judge was having none of that. And it was interesting. Some of the show watchers who were here and we spoke to afterward remarked on how the judge kind of read from a prepared statement. So yes, he listened to the arguments that Karen HUGER's attorney made, that her plea for leniency, they were looking for home detention or probation, and to the state's argument, which had been spelled out in a document last week. But he kind of read from his what seemed to be prepared statement before he imposed the sentence. And one of the things he said was that, how many times does it take for someone to get caught drinking and driving before a real sentence is handed down? He blasted the guidelines that the judicial system and prosecutors were kind of limited to. And one quote that stuck out to me, he said that at the time of her accident last March 19th, she was filled to the gills with alcohol.
Wow.
So he wasn't buying that it was just the fact that she had mixed a couple of Stella beers with her medications. So